Hi everyone, this is Tatiana. I'm a guest chef from the Sylvia Center, a no-profit that specializes in healthy food and nutrition education for young people and their families in New York City and Columbia County. Today I'm going to show you how to do Mexican tamales. I love to do Mexican tamales. They are always delicious. You can eat them anytime, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. It doesn't matter. You can eat them every time. You can put them in the freezer and save it for another occasion. So I always enjoy to do this recipe, and I hope you enjoy to do it at home too. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is our mise en place. So I have 1 pound of mushrooms. You can use any kind of mushrooms. I'm using portobello in this case, and I'm gonna show you how to clean them and cut them too. 2 cups of masa harina, 3 jalapenos, 1 small onion, 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of corn, 1 cup of cheese. You can use a Mexican mix, or you can use cheddar or any cheese you want. Salt and pepper, crushed garlic, a cup of black beans, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I also have my taco seasoning. For my taco seasoning, I have 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Oh, and the most important, I'm sorry about that, we have las hojas de tamales. Hojas de tamales, that's corn husks, and you can find them in any Mexican supermarket or grocery, and also I bought them in Food Bazaar, so I'm pretty sure you can find them in any other supermarket too. Okay, so we can start now. So for my tamales, I'm gonna make a sauce. This is a smoked chipotle hot sauce. For this sauce, I need 3 tomatoes, 3 or 4 garlic cloves, 1 onion, and chipotle in adobo. I'm gonna use this for a garnish. I'm gonna put this sauce on top of my tamales, and also I'm gonna put some sour cream and cilantro. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is put between 30 to 35 corn husks in very hot water. We're gonna put a plate on the top so they are all under the water, and we're gonna leave them like this for 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my onion like this. Remember to use your claw grab. You need to protect your fingers. You just grab it like it's a bowl. Okay, so now I'm gonna slice my jalapenos. They don't have to be too thin, probably like half an inch. So for my mushrooms, I wash them, and then after I wash them, I drain them, and now I'm gonna show you how I clean them. So I'm gonna take this part off, bottom, and then with a small spoon, I'm gonna clean the inside of the mushroom. This is only for portobello mushrooms. I'm gonna take this off. So to slice it, I'm just gonna grab it with my claw grab, and then I'm just gonna slice it thin like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna preheat my oven for my chipotle smoky sauce. I'm gonna preheat it at 350. And now let me show you how I do my sauce. Okay, so for the chipotle smoky sauce, we're just gonna chop our veggies like big squares. Everything is gonna go in the blender. Now my garlic, just gonna cut them in half. And then I'm just gonna put my chipotle in adobo on the top, and I'm gonna mix it with my hands. We're gonna put some olive oil, salt and pepper, and this is good to go in the oven. Okay, so my veggies are ready to go in the oven. I'm going to bake them until they look dark, probably 20 minutes, and then I'm just gonna put them in the blender, and I'm gonna have my delicious sauce for my tamales ready. Okay, so over high heat of my pan, I'm gonna add half of one of the sticks, and I'm gonna melt it until I have a foam form. That's how I know I can add my onions and my garlic. Okay, so my foam is formed. So this is how I know it is time for me to add my onions and my garlic. I'm gonna mix it, and I'm gonna cook it for a minute, and then I'm gonna add my mushroom. Okay, so they look like they're ready for the mushrooms. I already put my taco seasoning on my mushrooms. Cook all of this for about 6 minutes. And then we're gonna add the corn, the black beans, and the jalapenos. Okay, so cook this for 6 minutes. And now I'm gonna add my jalapenos, my corn, and my black beans. And we're gonna cook this for a few minutes more, about 5 minutes. Put this on the side, and this is gonna be our filling for our tamales. Okay, so this is ready. I'm just gonna leave it on the side for now. I'm gonna turn this off. Now I'm gonna work in my chipotle sauce. The jalapenos are optional, so if you don't feel like you want your tamales super hot, just don't use jalapenos. But I really like how they look. I love the spiciness that the jalapenos give to food, but that depends on what you like. Okay, so for my sauce, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is how I want my veggies to look, and now I'm just gonna put them in the blender and add salt if it needs, and reserve it for later when I have my tamales ready. You can use the sauce for everything you want. It doesn't have to be only for the tamales. You can use it for tacos. You can use it for Mexican breakfast. You can use this sauce for everything. Okay, so I'm gonna blend my sauce while it's still hot. I'm gonna taste it now to see if it needs salt or if it's ready to use. It's delicious. So I'm just gonna put this in a bowl. I'll leave it on the side to cool, and I'm gonna use it later. Okay, so my corn husks are ready. They are soft. If you want, you can leave them overnight. That will be easier. Just remember, they need to be all under the water. What I do is I dry them a little bit with a paper towel. And then the ones that I see that don't look like they're big enough, I just cut them lengthwise like this. And I'm gonna use these strings later when I'm doing my tamales. So take like 5 of them and do this strings that you are gonna use later. Matias wants to say hello. Hola!
Hola!
So I'm gonna add my masa mix in 3 times in a very slow motion. I'm gonna add the first part. I'm gonna mix it with my spatula. Okay, when I see that everything is mixed with the first part, I'm gonna do the second part. And I'm gonna help with the spatula. I'm probably gonna use my hands after this too. Okay, now that everything is mixed, I'm gonna add my hot water, my 2.5 cups. Remember that the water was super hot, so be careful. I'm gonna add it slowly. I add the salt too. I forgot to say that, so I added it in the last minute. So let me show you how my masa look now. This is exactly what you want, and now it's ready to use. You see, The size of my bowl are clean, so that's how I know it is ready to use. So, as you see, this is what you want. This is exactly what you want. So I'm gonna show you now how to build the tamales. Yo también te amo, mi amor. Okay, so we're ready to show you how to do our tamales. So I'm gonna take some of my masa, or like 2 tablespoons, and I'm gonna put it on the top of my corner husk. If you want, you can use a spoon to help you flat the masa, or your hands, wherever you think is better. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the mushroom meat in the middle. 1 or 2 tablespoons is good. I'm gonna put some of the cheese on the top, and then to close it, I'm gonna use the sides first. I'm gonna close one side, and then I'm gonna turn this way, and I'm gonna close the other side. And this part over here, I'm gonna put it up like this. And I'm gonna use one of the strings that we cut before, to put it around it. And I'm gonna tie it with it. I'm gonna do 2 more. Here, just push it down, and this is ready. Okay, so now I'm just gonna show you how I cook them. Those are my tamales. The recipe was enough for 11 tamales, and I had like 1 cup of the filling left that I'm gonna use tomorrow for my breakfast. I'm gonna mix it with scrambled eggs, and I'm gonna have some tortillas, or I can do some quesadillas too for dinner time. Okay, so I have a big pot with a perforated steamer that I put on the top. I put enough water so they don't burn, and I'm gonna ranch my tamales this way. So now I'm gonna put a clean kitchen towel on the top, so this will help them to don't get soggy. And I'm gonna cover it with foil. Cover them tight, so you don't want the heat to get off the pan. I put it in a medium-high heat, and I'm gonna cook them for 40 minutes. Okay, so my tamales are ready. I'm just gonna open this with scissors. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna put some of my chipotle sauce on the top. I'm gonna put sour cream. Looks like Mexican flag, kind of. And some cilantro leaves. And now I'm ready to try it. So let's see how it tastes. It smells really good. I'm gonna mix some of the sour cream and my chipotle sauce. Okay. The chipotle sauce is super yummy. Give it like the smoky flavor to the tamal, and also sour cream helps with the spiciness of the tamal, and I love cilantro, so this is perfect. So I hope you guys do it at home, and let me know if you like it, and please take some pictures and send them to the website so we can look at them. Thank you. Okay guys, this is the time we say bye-bye. Thank you for joining us today. Bye-bye. To watch more videos, please go to our website or Instagram account. I hope you liked our recipe today. The tamales were delicious. All my family ate them for dinner. We have some for breakfast. That's it. Bye guys.
Bye.
Please stay safe.
Bye.